Did you ever feel like you are doing everything right, but still couldn't get that lean, aesthetic physique you're chasing? Because I've been there. Like you're training more, you try a new speech, you added 3 weekly cardio sessions, you even cut the bad food from your life. But no matter what you do, you just can't get that physique. And the thing is, you know it, I know it. If you're training right, trying another split won't save you. The true problem is nutrition. And it's not even necessarily what you eat, but your eating habits. Because hear me out, I've had phases when I trained hard but still look the same because my nutrition was random. And you probably can relate. But as you can see, this changed. I built my physique while working 60 hours a week, still going to school, commuting 2 hours daily, and training less than 5 hours per week. So yeah, that's pretty much possible. But today's topic isn't about training, it's about nutrition. So if you want a diet that allows you to have plenty of energy, no energy crashes, a lot of drive, good libido, a diet that fuels your workout, and most importantly, that gets you a lean and aesthetic physique, this video is for you. I've made a lot of mistakes with nutrition myself. Like when I first started my fitness journey, I almost became anorexic because I used to be skinny fat. I hated myself. I couldn't hold it anymore. So I had to try something. Like I had no knowledge. So I did shit. I was under eating. I was doing cardio every day and it was bad. And a few years after that, I even went to the opposite. I put weight on a pedestal and bulked, and ended up gaining 10 kilos in only a few months. That felt bad as well. But today is different. I feel confident. I'm lean. I know exactly what I'm doing and it's not even that hard. Trust me, when you know what you're doing, it's so simple, like you have no idea. And the thing is, you don't need to hate what you eat. You don't need to eat salad every day. I don't even eat salad. Like that's basically eating nothing. You don't need to give up on your favorite foods or doing freaking cardio every day. So before sharing what I personally do, I just want to make a quick refresh on the basics. Pretty simple. Let's just cover the macros quickly. So obviously to lean down, to get lean, to get some nice muscle, nice thick body, what you need the most important macro is protein. Yes, I know you said it. 1 gram per pound of body weight or 2 gram per kilogram of body weight. But the thing is, you already know that, but how would you know you are actually hitting your protein target? Do you track? Are you really tracking? Because some people eat like 2 steaks and say, yeah, I eat my protein target. But how would you know? How would you know you are actually eating enough protein in your diet if you're not tracking? Maybe you think you're eating 150 gram. You're actually eating 100. This will make your life so much simpler. Some people think it's restrictive. It's actually not. It's actually the opposite. It actually gives you freedom because now you can eat whatever you want and you can put it in an app and you'll still be fine as long as you track everything. Then the most underrated macro, which is fat. This is extremely important for your hormonal health, so you should eat enough. And I wouldn't even mind if you were to go high fat. I'm not currently. I'm mid carbs, mid fat. But the thing is, it's so underrated by the fitness community because they glorify carbs, which is, I understand why, because it shows your workout and all. We shouldn't eat as much carb as possible because you don't need that much to fuel your workouts or to have an aesthetic body. But whatever, this is for another video. But for your fat, if you don't want to go that high, it is a bare minimum of 1 gram per kilogram of body weight or 0.45 per pound of body weight. This is the bare minimum. You can even go higher than that. And the rest, depending on if you digest carbs well or not, if you train a lot, then the rest is carbs. And for this video to be even more relevant for you, you need to know what your TDE is. So the total daily energy expenditure. This is basically your maintenance calories. And if you know it, this will make your life way more easy. If you want, I made a video explaining how to do that. But let's get into the diet. Got my notes so I don't go everywhere. But what I basically do is called, you know what it is, intermittent fasting. So I don't eat in the morning. I usually wake up at 7 or even before than that. And usually my first meal, the first calories I get in are around, it depends on the day, but around 11 and 3 p.m., really depending on the day if I train at that time or not. And so why, Kilian? Why do you do intermittent fasting? Isn't it counterproductive to muscle growth? Absolutely not. It's not. As long as you get your protein, your workouts in, you're good. You don't need to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. Why would you even do that? I fast for multiple reasons. Well, it's been proven that it helps for longevity. It gives me better focus in the morning. Your body will create more growth hormones and you'll have no sluggish feelings in the morning because, well, your belly is actually resting. It's actually resting and it's cleaning up the mess that you have inside your belly because if you eat every other hour, your belly, your stomach, whatever, they're never resting. They're always under pressure and usually you're eating shit, bad food, and so that's not good for you. And how do I do it? Like, first of all, you need to drink a lot of water. So in the morning, I hydrate myself a lot. I drink electrolytes and sometimes a bit of salt if I don't have electrolytes. And then when I arrive at my 9 to 5, the first thing I do is black coffee. Black coffee plus a lot of water. Good, because this will make it easy to sustain your fat. But what about if I'm drinking black coffee, if I'm fasting? Isn't it bad? It's not. First, it reduces hunger and also it improves your alertness and focus during the day. But not only, caffeine also supports fat use during the day. So if you're walking a lot, it will support the fat use during this time. So this is also good for fat loss. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing it for fat loss at all. I just do it because I love coffee. I'm kind of an addict right now. And it helps me focus better and it makes my fast usually more sustainable. So by doing this intermittent fasting, it usually leaves me with 2 to 3 meals a day, depending if I train or not. So usually at my 9 to 5, I train at noon. And so what I'll do before, it's not a meal. I will just eat around 300 grams of skyr just to get my protein in before a workout because when you're fasting, your body is already under stress. So I just want to eat something before training. Then my first meal usually will be, depending if I bulking or not, like 4 and 8 eggs. Eggs are the best protein and fat source you could ever be eating, especially as a man, because it will increase your testosterone, it will regulate its levels. That's the best thing you could eat, especially as a first meal. So if you're a guy that don't want to be fasting in the morning because I don't know, you're training or whatever, eat eggs at breakfast. At least 4. That's your new rule. So with these eggs, I usually have like some ham, some chicken ham. So if I'm at the office and I went to the gym just beforehand, then I will have some carb with it. So maybe some rice, some bread, some whatever, just to get my carbs in, or even a banana. But if I'm at home, like today, when I'm doing deep work and all, then just fat and protein. That's it. So I can focus better. Because usually the afternoon crashes that you get is either because of coffee, you drink it instantly when you wake up, and also like this is a mix of both, and also eating too much carbs at noon, which spikes your insulin level here. But the thing is, what goes up has to go down, and that's why you have these energy crashes. So if you're not training, don't get carbs at noon, or at least get low to very moderate carbs. Second meal is dinner for me, and this is where I eat most of my calories. So it will usually be a big piece of meat like steak or some big chicken breasts with carbs. So maybe rice, maybe potatoes, maybe sweet potatoes, sometimes pasta because like my girlfriend wants some pasta. That's usually this with some vegetables. And I also have a second meal in my second meal. Usually after that, I will make a porridge because I need to get my protein in. And I'd rather do that at the evening time because when I'm done with the day, that's when I feel more comfortable eating. This is my way of resting. This is my way of winding down. And I know that I won't have much work to do after my dinner. So yeah. And to get my calories up. So when I'm not cutting and I'm kind of maintaining main bulking, I usually have some snack at my 9 to 5 as well. So it could be some almonds, some dark chocolate, sometimes even croissant. I'm okay with it. But the thing is, with your diet, yeah, you can be lean and aesthetic with if it fit my macros, eating every day at McDonald's, at any fast food chain. Yeah, you can have an aesthetic physique, a lean physique doing that, but is it truly worth it? Ever watch like the documentary, I think it's called Watch My Size or whatever, the guy who eats at McDonald's for 20 days in a row and have a lot of issues. Yeah, you can get a lean physique like that, but your hormonal health will be all fucked up. Your energy levels will be all fucked up as well. And you'll die sooner. I'm not sure if that's worth it. So the thing is, like the main component of your diet should be whole foods, meat, eggs, vegetables, 4 carbs, potatoes, rice. And then, yeah, if you want, you can get a piece of chocolate here and there. Yeah, maybe once every 2 weeks, you can go order like a tacos, a burrito, or go to McDonald's, like, even though I wouldn't really recommend it. What you put in your body matters a lot for your body composition, but for your health, longevity, energy level, focus, everything. Yeah, being lean is cool, but being healthier is even better. So get both. And how do I manage between a cut and a maintenance? It's basically the same thing, just the portion changes. So when I'm cutting, it will be just a bit less. Usually it will be less carbs and no snacks. The best food you could be eating as a man, especially if you're busy, some stuff that are easy to do are eggs, rice, eating some almonds, always cooking with butter, olive oil, coconut oil, stuff like that, because as I said, fat is underrated and this is really important for you, especially as a man, for your hormonal health and everything. And it will improve like your biology by far. The thing is, the healthier you are, the easier it will be to lose fat because your body is now functioning properly. And now that you know that, don't forget about the basics either. Go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. Do your 10K steps daily. And you can even add like 1 to 3 sessions per week, depending on how much you walk. Like if you're walking 15 to 20K steps a day, then I'm not sure if you need any more cardio, you know? And today, by seeing the results that intermittent fasting got me, even my girlfriend and my mother now do intermittent fasting. And from what they're telling me, they're actually feeling better. They feel better because they don't eat in the morning, so they don't get that sluggish feeling in the morning. And another benefit they like a lot is that they're feeling like they're eating way much more. You have less meals, and if you only eat 2 meals, one at noon and one in the evening, if your maintenance level is around 2,500 and you're cutting at around 2,200, you'll feel like you're eating a lot, and that's quite a benefit. So eating this way is what helped me go from this to this. And it even helped a client of mine went from this to this in only 3 months by doing her body recomposition. So now you understand that your nutrition and your eating habits, your lifestyle is the gap between where you want to be and where you are right now. But if you want to get to where you want to be way faster, get clean and get to the aesthetic physique, I work with guys one-on-one to build the exact plan, structure, and accountability to close that gap for good. DM me the word change on Instagram and let's figure out if I can help you. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.